Well guys, Mortal Kombat 11 has already leaked. What is up guys, this is Godzilla Suplex and welcome to today's episode where I'll be going over this MK11 leak. Before I do that, please hit that subscribe button, also hit the notification bell so you can get a notification every time I make a video. So guys, let's get into this. According to a lot of rumors that have been going around recently, Mortal Kombat 11's roster and all its new feature details have already leaked. Now I have been looking around trying to find the original source of where this leak came from. Different YouTubers say they heard it off of Reddit, a Reddit page, but I have not been able to find it. So the sources that kind of I think found it are now on this website, thenerdmag.com, and this is the source I'll be citing these leaks from. Also, let me put it up on the screen for you guys to see. So now the official roster for MK11 by this leak is Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Raiden, Kitana, Jade, Rain, Sonya Blade, Noob Saibot, Smoke, Cyrex, Sindel, Reptile, Goro, Shang Tsung, Kung Lao, Fujin, Bo Raicho, Frost, Kenshi, Dagon, Kotal Khan, Aaron Black, Casey Cage, Jackie Briggs, Takada, Kung Jin, Dedrick, Rena, Gargis, Chronica, and Shao Kahn. Now this is the main roster with also the MK Combat Pack coming out afterwards in the summertime. It says that roster will be Ermac, Li Mei, Nightwolf, Nimbus, and Pennywise. So let me get to the roster first and say what I think about it. I think it's actually kind of good, really. I mean, it's not really that bad once you look at it, but there is some things I do not like. I like the classics, coming back. I like the main Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 1 characters staying in the series. They are the staple, and they are really the reason why people buy these games. So I like Rain, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang, Kitana, Jade, all of them. I also like Rain coming back. The most thing I want to see out of this roster is just be different from MKX. I don't like the same thing because it's still in the same generation, so it's not going to be like a huge leap, especially in gameplay. Probably in the graphical engine, it's going to be, out of the water, but in gameplay, it's probably going to be similar. So I just want to switch it with different characters, really. Sonya Blade. I'm going to actually say this right now. I like the old characters coming back, but I do not like them taking up so much of the roster that you only have like 5 or 6 or 7. I don't think it's even 7 new characters. Like, we need more new characters in there instead of like the whole, older, beloved Mortal Kombat people just coming in. Because, how's the series really going to progress if we don't have new great fighter characters? And really, I mean, at the same time, you could make spiritual successors like Casey Cage. Casey Cage is a spiritual successor to Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade mixed together. So making more characters like that, and the worst character that you can make a successor is Jackie Briggs. I do not like that character at all, and she's one of my major gripes with Mortal Kombat X because it was just too many human characters. There just wasn't enough supernatural characters in the game, just to put it simply. And in this game, they just need to get rid of those 3 that except Casey Cage. I would keep her around and just make some new characters. And to me, it should be a 50-50 split. If the roster is going to be 35 characters, more or at least a little less than half of them got to be new characters. That's how I feel. Like, it just would make for a better fighting game just to have half new characters, or maybe a little bit more siding towards the older characters, but still have a lot of new characters in there. To freshen up things and make the game feel really different from its predecessor. But continuing down the roster, I see this as a surprise. We have Noob Saibot, the secret original Mortal Kombat series character. If you don't know who he is, he used to hide, I think he used to come out like only when you did a certain thing in the original Mortal Kombat arcade games, and he was like a secret character. So it's good to see him back in the series. I think he was in Mortal Kombat 11. No, excuse me, not 11, 9. So I think, don't test me on that. I think he was in it. But if he was, it's good to see him back. And if he wasn't, it's good to see him back in the series, period. Smoke's coming back, Cyrex. I feel like they should have put Triborg instead. Triborg was good in Mortal Kombat X. They should just have returned in that form because, well, they're kind of getting rid of variations. But that should have been like a permanent character I could also see that perspective on that because Triborg would have been like overpowered, having all three powers of each cyborg. So Cyrus coming back, it's kind of like okay. Sindel, which is a really big surprise, is coming back. Reptile, Goro I like coming back, but it's 50-50. Shang Tsung need to come back. I think having that sorcerer who's gonna kind of like replace Quan Chi since he's dead is gonna be nice to have the original Mortal Kombat boss in there. Kung Lao is gonna be a nice new addition, or excuse me, not nice new addition. He's an older character, but I mean like just to be in the roster. Fujin, this is the first new character that I have a problem with. Okay, Fujin, I saw him in Mortal Kombat X. It's like, he's gonna be kind of inventive with his moveset, but I just feel like he's not gonna be a favorite. Like his moves are just too, how do I say this, mellow. Like to me, it's just too mellow. Wind. I mean, really wind. I mean, they're gonna have to really impress me on that front. But this next character is absolutely should not be on this roster. I'm going to say it was a DLC for Mortal Kombat X, and that's Bo Raicho. What is Bo Raicho doing on that roster? He has no business being on that roster. And if you do not know who Bo Raicho is, he is one of the characters, the funny characters from the dark ages of Mortal Kombat. When 3D started coming around, Mortal Kombat just started going down in quality. And during that era, Bo Raicho was in the Mortal Kombat games during that dark ages until 2011 when Mortal Kombat rebooted itself. So I don't like to see him near the game. It was funny to have him in the Mortal Kombat X DLC, but having him in the main story, no, absolutely not. But this next character is great for both reasons. Frost. Now, she was also in the dark ages of Mortal Kombat, but she was actually a good character. And this is the apprentice of Sub-Zero, Frost. I think she will be a great addition to the game, to be one of the younger new generation characters. Also, we have Kenshi. I'm glad he's returning from Mortal Kombat X. I like his power set. Dagon. I'm trying to remember who Dagon was. He was like that giant dragon. If it is that giant dragon, oh lord, that's actually going to be pretty cool. But I feel like I also remember some character from Mortal Kombat Armageddon named Dagon. If anybody in the comment section could clear that up, who he is, that'd be nice. Cold Khan is also returning, which is nice. I love Cold Khan. I also love, and guys, this is a great example of a new character, Aaron Black. Aaron Black is one of the best new characters I think we've ever seen in the Mortal Kombat franchise. It is a shame that they didn't put the story towards him. It is a shame. And they put it towards those lackeys. And anybody who's played the game knows who I'm talking about. And then we have the lackeys, Jackie Briggs, Takada, and Kung Jin. Wow, they were just right after the good people. Also Casey Cage. But these guys, I mean, it just feels like they're just extras. They're just, what are they doing there? They're just extras. I don't like them. And they should just replace them with new characters, write them out of the story. I'm sorry for anybody who likes those characters. That's just my personal opinion about Diederick. Now, I've heard about this character that he's the son of Kano. And he's like a dragon. If we look at the leak, I think it said something about him in the storyline. But, yeah, I don't know a lot about Diederick or Dedrick or whatever his name is. We also have Rena, who I do not know. Gargus, Chronica, who has been rumored to be the main villain of the storyline, who's trying to erase some of the timelines. And then we have the pre-era bonus, Shao Kahn. So overall, this roster, except for some exceptions where they should get rid of some of the older characters that have spiritual successors, this would actually be a really good roster. I mean, if I'm looking at it, it has all the old characters, maybe with the exception of Jax, who needs to be swapped out for Jackie Briggs. Because if it is a timeline thing, they could bring back the younger Jax to be in this game. That's what I would really want instead of Jackie Briggs, Then, you could kind of replace, Takada and Kung Jin with somebody else. But, other than that, having Shao Kahn back in the game, God, Jesus, that's going to be good. I mean, I love Shao Kahn. I mean, I remember just busting my tail used to try and fight Shao Kahn back in Mortal Kombat 1 through 3 on my Xbox on the Midway collection, man. Those are some memories, man. And, he just didn't let up, man. So it's glad to see him. And I can't wait to play that stage where he's back on his throne, saying, finish him. It's going to be great. Yeah, so This roster is really good. I like the balance of new and old. So if this leak is to be true, I only have a few gripes with it, and that is that, some of the older characters should be taken out, and some of these lackeys need to go. They just need to go for a new character, and that's basically all the gripes I had with the roster. Now let's talk about this MK Combat Pack 1. The Combat Pack comes with Ermac, Lee May, Nightwolf, Nimbus, and Pennywise. That's a great DLC. Just from the start, and if you hear popping, that's New Year's things going off, so just ignore that. But Lee May would be, or excuse me, not Lee May, Pennywise is a perfect character. The only better thing I could think better than this combat pack is having a hard combat pack with every character like that's ever been in the series, like Predator, Jason Voorhees, what's his name? I'm trying to think of it. Freddy Krueger, having them all in one DLC. Oh, that would just sell so much. That would just sell so much copies, guys, or digital sales. I mean, that's the number one thing I would want. I mean, to play all those guys in one game, Jesus, guys. But for a second, they don't have any details about this leak about Combat Pack 2. It says it's still in development. So my idea for a Combat Pack 2, and I know a lot of people, especially Superman fans, are going to be mad, but I think it's going to be a Justice Pack. It should be an Injustice Pack. A full Injustice, maybe 6 or 7 characters that were more to the brutal side, and Injustice 2, like Superman, he kills now, so I think he would be a perfect character. Maybe some balance issues would be with that in the game, but from a character standpoint, he, Wonder Woman, Bane would be a nice one. I can all imagine these people in a Mortal Kombat game, if you feel what I'm saying. So having a Injustice pack would really do this game a lot, because I was thinking about what if they did another Mortal Kombat versus DC, but it's just going to be so many problems trying to do that. And we all know what the particular problem is going to be, and that's with the fatalities and the age rating that they're going to want to target. So having those guys kind of solves that problem between the crossover, so they don't have to do it. They could just put them in Mortal Kombat as extra DLC characters. It would kind of work out both ways. Fans that want to see Superman do fatalities will get that, and it kind of fits perfectly together. Now, let's start addressing some of the other details that came out in this MK11 leak. Starting off with Tag Team Mode will be returning from MK9, which is really good, guys. We need to see that back. A lot of fans have been asking for it, and I'm surprised they took it out in MKX. Now, the next thing, a bigger thing that we saw in the trailer for MK11 was that there are no more X-rays, and they'll be replaced with these brutal, sort of bloody transitions, which is really good. I think it's funny because the X-rays were like more brutal than the fatalities, which is hilarious. So I guess they take them out, and and I think that adding those animations like we saw in the MK11 trailer, I think will help the fatalities rather than go against them like the X-rays were. Now, brutalities will be back, and there'll be 15 stages by what this leak says. And these 15 stages, half of them will be classics and half of them will be new. Just how I feel about the characters, I like that. Then there is the rumor that the attires and movesets are going to be unlocked through a new crypt like Mortal Kombat X, which I liked. And there will be no loot boxes, of course. Kind of like from Injustice, they don't want to bring that over. But I do hope, like they showed in the trailer, there's going to be armor and set pieces that you will unlock. Maybe not randomized, but I hope they take some of what Injustice did with that gear system, because that is just absolutely amazing. Maybe not drop it through box, drop it through gameplay and accomplishments, but mixing up those different armor pieces of what you can use gameplay wise would definitely add depth, especially against this roster. Having all these different movesets, color schemes, oh man, this game could be played for a lifetime. Maybe not literally, but I mean until the next Mortal Kombat game comes out, because that system in Injustice 2, the gear system, made that game almost infinitely playable, because you're going to be playing with so many characters trying to unlock so many things that it's going to just keep you playing, keep you learning, and just keep you want to learn and customize your character. It's like everything this new generation wants to do is in that gear system. And it's just so surprising that they were able to come up with the scheme for that for this game. But I think Mortal Kombat X was their learning point to how to do that. and now they can implement in this game having different armor pieces, fatalities, and whatnot is definitely gonna boost this game. Now let's get to the last thing this leak revealed, and that is what the story is going to be about. And it is about Chronica trying to erase some of the timelines and being at odds with Garrus, who is trying to thwart her plan by choosing these great warriors from each timeline. So what that suggests to me is that they're going to be using different timelines of different characters. So you may have this timeline of Raiden, which I highlight that because, you know, Raiden's gonna be the sub boss by what this leak says. But I'm thinking more of Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. So we may not even have the older Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. We may have the prime, younger versions of them. And this is why I kind of want Jax to be back in the game, so we can have a prime version of him and some of these other characters who are kind of look on the older side and aesthetically less appealing. So it'd be great to see them in their younger forms fighting these younger and new fighters. So out of all of this, what do I think about these leaks? This leak is not half bad. Now, other than some things that, you know, are questionable, maybe the story is a little bit too linear, not enough sides on them, and maybe the roster has a little bit imbalance between new characters and characters that really need to go. I think it's a really good leak, and it's telling. If this roster is proven to be true, I think Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be a great game. Now, what this game really hinges on is how much are they going to implement that gear system. That gear system is going to tell it for this game. No more variations, a lot more characters, and now we're going to have the gear system on top of that. You can forget about it. It's over. This game is going to win Fire of the Year no matter what game comes after. Well, actually, excuse me, let me stop that. Super Smash Bros. I'm so sorry for beginning about you. It's going to be runner-up. Let me rephrase that. Runner-up. So guys, give me your thoughts in the comment section. Is this leak good or bad? And will it happen? Plus, subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell so you can get a notification every time I make a video. And before you leave, guys, I'll be playing the MK11 trailer. This has been the best Gojira in gaming. And you guys have a nice day. See y'all next time.
With the drum attack. You talker, we got guns for that. Tryna fist fight, boy, you dumb for that. Stupid. You gon' get a bullet in your lung for that. Stupid. Draco get the cooking like loose chain. F&N on me in the mood sign. Glock 19 in the blue flame. I was strapped when I stood inside your boot thing. 21 immortal, we'll never die. Loyal to my brothers, I never lie. Call me bird dog, cause I cheat and I'm fly. And I love winning, I'm upset if it's a tie. If you ever try to go against the game, we gon' drop it. Get you off the ground just to knock you to the floor. Yeah. Let's go blow for blow. Yeah. Let's go toe to toe. When it's time to battle, they don't never ever show. When it's time to battle, I'm the first one at the door. Yeah. Here we go. Get over here. It's gonna be next.